Good morning,
What's
y'all.
up? Good morning.
Coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. It's the Art, Beauty, Equilibrium podcast show.
What's up? What's up?
Before we start, I gotta say, happy birthday to my man G right here, y'all. Happy birthday. Woo!
Sir.
Boy, we gotta celebrate. Turn it up, 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 turn it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it.
Let's start with John Morant, man. We got to go right into it, man.
Hey, bro.
John Morant, for those who don't know, is a phenomenal basketball player for the Memphis Grizzlies. Extremely talented.
On the court is amazing.
But he's been getting into some, not so good news as of late. Reports are saying that Morant is being accused of being violent in multiple situations. And one person who is a minor even said he punched him a few times. And then we got the issue with him showing the gun.
In the club.
In the club on live. So
what do we know what state that was in? I mean, like, it doesn't matter. Don't get me wrong.
No, you can see, but I know where you're going with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's like everybody's jumping down his throat as far as, carrying a gun. But this may be a, conceal and carry state. So, I just want to know what state was he in when
so let's just, for argument purposes, let's assume it was a state where you can open carry, right? I think that the issue is with everything going on right now, because, I don't know if you've seen ESPN yesterday, but they're now, Skip Bayless was like,
oh, yeah. Is he a Crip?
Do we have this thing wrong? Is he really
a Crip? Like, bro,
Skip said, is he about that life?
Like,
is that possible, Shannon?
Like, come on, Skip, you gotta relax, bro. Golly, you gotta relax, Skip.
What up, Damon? What up, D? What up, AJ? What up, Amelia?
Man,
shout out to everybody in the chat room. Yeah.
But my thing is, why is Skip talking about?
Is he about that life?
Yeah, why would you bring up Crips and everything, Skip? Like, what's up?
Same reason Phil Jackson said, LeBron has a posse, and he said he doesn't want to see Isaiah Ryder on Crenshaw.
Well, wait a minute. See, LeBron did have a posse, but it wasn't a bad term, right?
No, that's a. It depends. That term was not meant to be flattering and to say, like, yeah, you have a nice circle of people around you. You know what I'm saying? That was
I see what you said, G, but that wouldn't offend me too much. No,
I got you, but I'm just saying it's the same energy.
No, Isaiah, that's all bad.
I want to see you down on Crenshaw.
Yeah, no, that was all bad, bro.
It's the same energy. It's the narrative of, like, and don't get me wrong, like, this man gotta chill, John. Like,
Ja, you gotta chill, bro.
Because what's gonna happen? They're going to come for your money, man. It's going to affect your money. And that just doesn't affect you.
It affects
everybody around you, all the generations, your family. Because when they start taking those endorsements, I don't even think he has a shoe that's dropped yet, right, with Nike?
But, yeah, he's on Nike but hasn't have a shoe yet. Wait a minute. They have a model for a shoe, but it hasn't came out yet.
Yeah.
But, because it was funny. I was, when they started making these memes about John Morant, talking about, the 8 Mile, he got 2 parents, come from a real good marriage. And I'm like, what are they talking about?
Right.
But then when it all came out, I was like, oh, wow, this thing is hilarious. What's up, Doc? We got to get you on the show, Doc. I'm going to talk to you about this. My fault. I'm going to get you on the show, Doc. Happy birthday. Birthday. It's your birthday. Hey,
we're talking about that John Morant right now.
I heard y'all. I was in the chat room. I was listening. I was live on air.
Yeah.
Listening to the Art, Beauty, Equilibrium podcast.
Shima said, I miss I too.
Okay. Right.
And one incident, his mom got into it in the mall with somebody kind of disrespecting her, and he pulled up. They said he was deep when he pulled up, and he got into it with the security guards, and he was like, "We'll see you when you get off." Something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. Allegedly, but we'll see you when you get off, buddy.
Yeah, you gotta chill, Draw.
You can't threaten nobody these days.
No, you can't, because they'll sue you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Especially when
you're right, Damon. Don't wait too much.
Young, rich, black man out here living life, doing it how you want to do it. going on live, and that's the NBA and these sports, also the NFL. They kind of have a standard that they're trying to set for, when it comes to like your conduct, to the point where they don't want you to do anything that could be misconstrued as like street, as like just, you know what I'm saying, turning up. That's all negative, because they're looking at it like, we need you to behave. We need you to get in line.
And whatever behaving means, but
you know behaving.
Yeah,
means,
you know.
And I feel like, man, you gotta relax, throwing up gang signs, having pistols on you, even though that's a legal thing. It just when you look at the whole picture, you don't need to be doing that, man.
See, but that's when you're in certain tax brackets, you have people that you should hire to carry guns for you.
That ain't street. That ain't cool. That's not.
See, the funny thing is, in everybody wants this, or tries to talk about the streets.
But you're right.
Hold on. But everybody tries to talk about the streets until the streets are really in their face.
Right.
And when you have to deal with real life consequences, nobody is street. No one. Everybody gets to snitching, right? Everybody gets to tucking their tail. Nobody's straight.
Man, Damon said he does not have to prove he's tough. I totally agree with you, Damon.
Just prove that you're rich and talented.
That part.
That's it. That's all you have to do is prove that you're rich and talented.
And then the saddest part is, if he's not like that, the fact that he's going to get judged off of this is like even more, something that he's going to have to worry about. If he didn't have that work before, that's one more thing that he's going to have to worry about, because now people are judging him off
I'm gonna
of
tell you something else,
that negative behavior.
On that point, right? Not only judging you by the negative behavior, but you got to think you're putting yourself in a position. He's a role model, right?
Yeah.
Whether he wants to be or not. So now, when these other young black men try to follow in those footsteps, and they don't have $100 and something million to throw at a defense lawyer and get these great dream team lawyers to get you out all this legal stuff, they going sitting down.
Exactly.
Any one of these offenses most people be sitting down somewhere.
And don't get me wrong, it's okay to represent where you from.
Oh, perfectly
right?
okay.
Like, hey, represent it, but you don't have to. Look, you can chill and do it too. It's all right.
I mean, what I would like to see though is, I would like to see him get like a fair, somebody to hear him out, because I don't want the NFL to jump to conclusions and judge him harshly off of this. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff happens these days. You know how young people are. Right. Young people going young. So
young people going young.
I just feel like we've all made mistakes. I don't want him to have this harsh judgment and people looking at him, and then that's automatically like a like
stigma.
Something that he's going to have to.
One thing that somebody pointed out too, it was like Memphis is kind of missing like a OG player. They don't have like a player to like mentor anybody. Like they don't. All the players over there are like kind of young, so they don't have like
they need 20 and 10.
You remember how the Lakers brought in like John Sally? And they have a veteran to say, hey, look, we done been there, done that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have that over there. What up, Lynn?
So maybe this is a learning experience for them to go ahead and have and put that in place.
Moving on, though. We want to see you get this together, man. Moving on, Chris Rock's special, Selective Outrage, on Netflix. It's number one on Netflix, first of all, right now. It's number one. And people are talking about, he finally addressed when Will Smith slapped him at the Oscars. And, was that 2021? And he was basically, I don't know, did you watch it?
It was 2020.
Did I watch it? I went to the show twice.
It was last year's Oscars, yeah.
I went to the show twice, yeah. I saw it in person.
Okay.
But it was an amazing show.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this backlash he's getting from me.
I don't agree with him, me personally.
Which one?
Like a lot of the backlash I heard was like they feel that he's playing a victim, right? And I'm like, he got slapped.
On
he is the victim. Like, what are you talking about?
He got slapped at the Oscars, bro.
And
like,
he is.
They're playing victim. Like, are you out of your mind? And it's like everybody's trying to speak up and it's so old. Like Reggie Bush even made a comment dude, like that was old, and dude,
they gotta relax because
I want to see you get slapped on national TV.
But why? It doesn't even matter to me how egregious or not egregious it was. To me, how do people who were not in the situation themselves or were in the situation themselves have the audacity to tell you how to heal? You know
exactly.
what I mean? And you can't do that to me.
And why does it have to be a timeline? Like he didn't have
Thank
to.
you.
Right.
He didn't have to rebuttal immediately.
Right.
He's the one who got hit.
And we gotta remember that's his craft. That's his outlet. That's how he's provided for his family. Like that's what he does. That might be, like you said, that might be how he processes things, man. Let me go sit down. Let me write a joke. Let me really figure this out, how I feel about this. Because if you listen, like he was like, man, I'm first of all, I'm not gonna win that battle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tell me, and to your point earlier, everybody says what they would do
until they're in the situation.
Until they there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Until they there. So
now,
you can say what you would have did.
Yeah,
but come on now.
No one didn't say, well, why didn't Will Smith apologize to Chris Rock? He apologized to the Oscars,
right?
But he didn't even apologize to Chris Rock,
right?
Like, I'm sorry, in my opinion, Chris Rock, you didn't go hard enough for me.
I mean, I feel like
you should have went even harder. I hit the damn mic. You should have went harder, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what if Amelia said he should have sued him personally? Like,
I think that's still coming.
Yeah,
I think that's still coming.
And Lynden said he thought it was classy. Yeah, I thought it was classy because he brought out a great point. He was like, man, it may not look like it, but he said, that dude is way bigger than me. He told the joke. He said, do you think I auditioned for Ali? He said, and he's like, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, man, at the end of it, he got slapped. He got disrespected.
And he got to still see this man. Will Smith went back to his seat.
Back to his seat and did the whole show.
Let me ask you this. This is a thing that's really... They're saying he's, playing the victim. They're also saying something about, once again, Chris Rock is crossing the line by dissing black women because once again he talked about Jada Pinkett. Once again he talked about black women. They're saying all these comments about how he opened the can up on people again. But I will say this. Like you said, this is who he is. He's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
This is what he has his checks for. This is what puts him in the class of his own. It's like when we look at Chris Rock, we're naming Chris Rock with the greatest. You know what I mean? He's on the list. So to me, just like we respect Will Smith for acting and all that he's done or whatever, we respect Jada Pinkett, we respect Chris Rock and all his. First of all, he's not saying anything that everybody else wasn't saying except for he's making jokes or whatever. Everybody talked about how embarrassing it was for Will to have to go through that experience on a national show with whatever they did. That's that couple. That's that marriage. You know what I mean? That's what they did. You know what I mean?
Interject right quick, please?
Go ahead, please.
All right, now, this is my thing, right? So, Chris Rock talked about Jada Pinkett's bald head.
Right.
The radio and everybody else was talking about how Jada Pinkett was getting smashed in Will Smith's house.
Right.
The crime.
Hey, that was one of the craziest
jokes. Did not add up to the punishment.
That's what he said.
I'm sorry.
He was saying, man, everybody talked about this, man. Everybody talked. And he said everybody been cheated on or been betrayed, but how many people get interviewed by the person
interviewed the dude. So not only... Let's run this down.
It's almost like you're putting all your business out here.
Look, we might get canceled for this one. Not only, did she tell the dude a long time ago she didn't want to get married, right?
And
she was praising Tupac, missing Tupac, right? Hold on, right?
How many fingers you got?
Smash your son's friend in your husband's house. Bro, and y'all want Chris Rock to do what? Y'all need to kiss my ass, bro. And Chris Rock's. Man, come on, man. I just feel
like I'm not sitting up here like, look.
Chris Rock should have had all his brothers going whoop Will Smith's butt. And Jada's too. I'm sorry. Man, come on, man.
It's just the irony. And that's why I feel like the title of the program is so
Selective outrage.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because we pick and choose
when we want to,
exactly, be, enraged about something. We pick and choose, and we're just like livid about whatever it is that we do. We pick and choose who's the victim. Society, we also do this on social media. That's what the norm is, the social norm. You know what I mean? To jump on a bandwagon, not have our own opinions or whatever, and then still, for some reason, end up like bringing the person who got hit and hurt or whatever into the mix. Right. I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? But okay.
So you can't. Isn't that victim shaming? You're talking about you playing the victim, like you victim shaming at that point.
Right.
It's like,
that is a good point, G.
This man can't even say. So you expect a stand-up comedian to get slapped on TV at one of the pinnacles of his career, on one of his most important nights, and then not make a joke about it,
and not censor his own work.
Like, man, y'all got
comedian, right? What happened to freedom of speech?
And that's why the last joke he said he didn't do nothing because his mama told him don't fight in front of white people.
Hey man, look,
that right there.
Look. Chris Rock is hilarious.
It was like the perfect way to end that show because that was already embarrassing enough. So now can you imagine what people wanted? They said what they wanted to see and he should have did. Y'all rolling around on the floor. Come on now.
All our friends and families, let's keep our business out these streets, okay, y'all?
Hey, facts, Shima.
Let's keep our business out these streets.
Hey, you know what Chris Rock should have did, right? Because just like he said, he didn't slap 50. He should have had 50 on stage. 50 should have been on stage with him like, and Will Smith wouldn't have did nothing to me. And then it would have been.
All right, we got to move on, man. Man.
What we talking about?
All right, let's go quickly over Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud, for those of you who don't know, was right there in Inglewood in the city at SoFi. Had a couple technical difficulties, but I don't know if you've seen the show, man. It was a lot of great. I
didn't see it, but I sure did hear it. I had a good time.
Yeah, they had a lot of great shows.
They had fireworks and everything. I heard it right in my living room.
Nicki Minaj was complaining about her music audio was off. Travis Scott had to end his show early. He was late, but
hey man, I heard
Kodak Black did his thing. I like Lil Uzi Vert's show, man. He did his thing, man.
Yeah, I heard
he tore it down.
Man, I heard YG before I went to class one night. I heard Lil Uzi when I came back from class.
Oh, shout out to Spice. I liked her performance too. I want to shout out to her.
Oh yeah, Ice Spice. Ice Spice did her thing. Yeah. And then on a side note, just for the people that's from the city, from this area, is it not amazing to see something like that right on Prairie?
Right, yes, exactly.
Like it's unbelievable, man. So again, man, shout out to Mayor Butts and everybody that transformed Inglewood, man. That is sick to me, man. I'm looking at that crowd, like we got a festival on Prairie and Century.
Exactly. Yeah, man, that was nice.
It used to just be crack and hookers. Like,
you know what? The element of surprise may be still there.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
The element of surprise may be still there.
Oh, man, no, it's gone. It's gone. Trust me.
And moving on, we got to issue a public apology to Jason.
Sir.
About the Taco Bell Cantina.
Sorry about that one.
In Hollywood. We saw it. They got the same damn menu. Okay.
Sorry.
Touchscreen kiosk.
Wait, it's not up to his standards, y'all. We're not going. We're not taking a field trip to Taco Bell Cantina. We're not going.
We're not going. It's a damn iPad to order your bean burritos.
I'm in tears.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
So I want to publicly apologize to you, sir.
Oh, man.
We sorry.
Oh, we
sorry. We thought it was gonna be a little bit something.
No,
you know
check this out, Damon. Look, we go grab Georgia, Shima, and Lynden. We gonna go put on our hard bottles, and we still going to Taco Bell Cantina. Cause like I said, you got my word.
In my mind, we had hard bottoms on.
Look, you got my word. We still going. I said I'll try it once, but I told y'all I'm better than Taco Bell.
I was so mad, man. I saw that video, and they going to a touch screen, putting chalupas in the cart and bean burritos.
But you can get a beer though. You can get a beer though.
That is, man. You're gonna be in trouble.
You can get a beer from the liquor store. Say your money.
Some state of the art restrooms.
The Gordito might hit different with the cerveza, okay? Like, come on now. It might hit different. I don't know.
We
still going though.
That field trip is on hold. for now.
Pausing it. Yeah, we pausing it.
We need further investigation.
All right. You know what's funny? I didn't even see this in the notes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right.
And now we gotta move on to Ciara. She is catching some heat. She dropped snippets of her new song For the Girls, in which case she's facing criticism because it's like an independent women's anthem talking about, they don't need men and everybody's like, you happily married. You over here thriving with kids and a husband and Just Hilarious went in on her. He's like, man, I'm tired of listening to all these songs. Y'all telling us to get out here and hop from one dude to another and get them from all their bread. Meanwhile, they starting to realize a lot of these women artists and men artists too are toxic, putting out this toxic message. Meanwhile, they happy and thriving.
Boot up.
Like even with all this reemergence of pimp music, man. Everybody want to be a pimp now, and
hey, man,
you got the women saying they don't.
I like Primo Rice, Larry June, and Keem
Ali.
They hard.
Hey,
that's all I listen to.
But imagine but listen. Here's what I'm saying. Now this is the equivalent of imagine you see all them dudes happily married, raising their kids and thriving with their wife.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
No, but I'm saying why put this music out there then like that? And got people following you.
Man, it's a lot of people doing these gimmicks.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a whole lot of these people doing these gimmicks.
But the difference is
you think
people
Lady
are
Gaga's
now,
really walking around in the streets with meat? With meat suits?
She's
not.
She might be, bro.
She go outside regular with UGG boots and in a cardigan on, bro.
I haven't bumped into her, man. I don't know.
These still regular people.
Lady Gaga out here filming movies. I'm just
saying it does. My only point is that people as a whole are starting to at least say, hey, you know what? We see that there's a difference here. And that's good because you should
be following your own damn mind.
Exactly. You shouldn't think
stupid
that artists are like doing everything they project. It's music, right? It's an art form. So people.
So what y'all saying is that Ciara cannot diversify her portfolio with her song list.
Let me interject.
And be telling people the Ciara prayer. Is that what y'all saying?
Can we come back to this next week? Because I haven't heard the song. Right.
It's just snippets, but it's basically like. Independent for all my girls who don't need,
Okay, I mean, I'm on the fence because, technically, if she wasn't with Russell, she could be independent. So, no, it's not. To me, it's not even about the song. It's the fact that the fans are now saying, "Wait a minute, I'm tired of being a city girl."
So
like you gotta read the comments. They're like, "I'm tired of being a city girl. I want a husband like you."
Oh, well, then you better do what you need to do.
Yeah, but
that's your fault. Wait a minute.
But a lot of people are like,
that's your fault. She did her thing.
They're like, hey, stop putting out this music. I want a man.
No, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to follow your own minds.
So that's what we have to realize. These people are artists. You know what I mean? If you want to go out here and live their songs verbatim, line by line, do you, boo? But it's like, this is something that's like artistic form. And
that's it.
Unfortunately, people are taking RICO charges and stuff for lyrics. That's not funny, but
it's not.
It's just like people are taking. Go ahead.
So of course, it's always some toxic stuff on social media. And this one lady, she was talking about, if I go out on dates, I need to make sure, you're being serious and stuff. So
I saw that.
And you need to, a man needs to, like pay for my babysitter and stuff like that. No, you have your own stuff. You do your own. No, a man shouldn't have to pay for it when getting to know you. Like maybe further on down the line when y'all together.
You saying pay for the babysitter to take you out on a date?
I know.
Yeah.
She's basically like pay to Uber me, pay for a babysitter.
Because if I'm drinking, I don't want to drive. And it's like, where's the daddy at?
So what if you dating a single father?
Yeah.
You
gonna pick this man up in an Uber Black?
You just can't go. You just can't go.
Yeah.
You can't go.
But the thing is, it's like
we were just talking about that. Mimi said we need to bring back the phone line. She got a lot to say about this. I said, we were just talking about bringing back the phone line. We're gonna bring that back.
This is my thing. Like we need to all stop following stuff on social media. Sure enough, some of the stuff is funny though. Don't get me wrong, but we need to start following our own minds, bro. Like for real.
That part. That's what this all comes down to: is that people are looking towards artists, singers, rappers, performers,
and they're not your daddy
for guidance.
They're not your mama. For
guidance and as true role models. When at the end of the day,
like life advice from songs.
From songs.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that people are at least saying, "Hey, wait a minute, you're not living what you're singing."
I have a question, and this is for everybody. Please put in the comments, is this generational?
That's like, hey, look, no. I think people have been doing
it. It's just you can just get to the message out to people more.
Because people follow, I swear.
Yeah, because social media it travels.
That's like people that rap about doing every drug under the sun. They ain't failing no drug test.
Yeah,
not a single drug in their system.
Oh my God, these rappers are not taking these drugs y'all think they taking. What?
Some of them are. You can tell the ones that are, but some of them are.
But guess what? Because they didn't feel into the influence of other stupidity. But stop doing it.
I'm kind of glad that at least the dialogue is out there, because I feel like, man, we need to start getting back to like real role models. Like when you was coming up and you looked up to like a regular person that had a bomb ass career or a good, a good job or a business, and you could see them and interact with them, and you knew what they were doing. You could kind of see a pathway, of course. When you're looking at a celebrity and entertainer, first of all, that's 100%
entertaining.
It's creative.
But
it's
on the same note, I want to know
these are my role models right here, y'all.
Yeah, but how many people
I look up to
follow
these two?
The positive songs, though? That's another question I would have. How many people would go out there? Like, I don't think that people really roll with the stuff that's like not. I mean, look at Lupe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people aren't really like rolling off of the quote unquote positive lyrics out here for rap or singing.
But a lot of the music industry they don't want us to have that. They don't want us to have black love. So just like Tank said, they don't want us to have black love. Black people, go say I love you to the next black person.
We always hear the narrative that, I tried to put out this record, but it don't work. But that's not always true. We got to look at who owns the distribution companies, who owns the radio station, who owns the streaming platforms. Because
and Ciara been underrated to me.
They showed us you can create a hit record. Yeah. You got enough money. So the same way we don't have De La Souls, we don't have
But we need to.
No, but I'm saying that diversity is not there. So to your point, I don't believe that if you put out music like that, nobody's going to listen to it. You need a platform, and that's why you got to own your own. That's why you gotta take control of your art form, or this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? You don't always put out what you want to put out. We don't know if she want to make this type of music.
Can I interject? Right? We need to stop chasing money, y'all, and we need to start chasing the love of art, and the money will come. Straight up.
That's deep.
Stop chasing the bag. Man. Start chasing the love of the art. Okay. Right? And then the money will come.
See how strong Jay just came?
It's simple, y'all. Like, we too worried about money. What money gonna do? Get you some Gucci bag, some Gucci shoes. You still ugly. Sorry. You still got a bad character. Work on your character.
He was on the road.
I know. I had to mess it up. Work on the trade. Work on making yourself better. Go get some therapy. Get some better friends.
That part, therapy.
That's right.
I'm just saying, y'all, wake up, stupid.
On that note,
let's heal, y'all.
Man, love y'all.
Happy Women's History Month.
Oh, yeah, happy Women's History.
I hope that we heal Will Smith, Chris Rock.
I love my black women.
And don't forget, in the video description, we also had the link for the Hawthorne Community gift card. Is anybody still interested? We also had the link for the Economic Opportunity Grant for any small businesses in Los Angeles County. Go there. They're giving out money to help recover from the impacts of COVID.
We do have a haircutting class. Anybody's interested, this Sunday, 10 to 12. Barbers, stylists, come.
Also, if you know any young men that are interested in finding a career, we have a general electricians program that we have a hookup with. So call into the shop or come down, and we got all the details.
Very much.
Man, look at us being a part of the community. Okay. What? Holla at us, boy.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week.